Welcome one and all to Bike Racing Without Mercy and an amazing autumnal training. Is there anything more uplifting than a crisp autumn day? I adore London at this time of year and also the spring. Today, it was just going to be a normal training, making use of the lane they call Swains for some safe VO2 Max action. And then on to London's premier turbo trainer, my ever faithful companion, the inner circle of Regent's Park for a little bit of Zone 3. But London was looking way too magnificent not to create a little bit of urban eye candy in honour of the capital city. So please do relax and enjoy the sights and the sounds. I transitioned through Bishopsgate within the City of London, the financial centre, and also Islington, en route to Highgate and its famous hills, which of course have nothing on those of the Lake District or Snowdonia, but decent for urban antics. 5 times Swains is the perfect VO2 Max segment on Strava, comprising 5 times up Swains Lane and 4 descents of Highgate West Hill. As I gradually make my way back to full fitness, I'm continuing to embrace Dr. Dave Dearlove's training recommendation that VO2 Max intervals should be hard, super hard, targeting 340 to 350 watts for me personally. Based on recent data, I'd estimate that my FTP lies somewhere between 280 and 285 watts. And the conventional training zones, well, they would calculate a VO2 Max training zone for me of 302 to 344 watts. But in Dr. Dave Dearlove's lab, with the blood, the gas exhaled and the lactate, i.e. all of the data, well, that confirmed that my VO2 Max should be 340 to 350 watts plus. And this in turn evidences just how hard these intervals are for me personally. This is ascent number 1, and for your visual entertainment, I've wanted to mix in a couple of camera angles for my warm-up climb. Now, whilst not max effort, it's very, very demanding, especially because the recoveries on the flat bit and the descent are about 2 minutes 30 to 2 minutes 40. And trust me, by the 3rd and 4th ascent, you're going to have to dig in proper hard. The 5th is plain misery. I'm trying to stay planted in the saddle for longer, but I do enjoy getting out of the saddle as the gradient ramps up. It isn't as efficient, but it keeps the lactic at bay for a little bit longer for me personally. The steepest section of Swains comes in the final 40%, and it requires higher power in order to sustain the momentum. This first ascent was my fastest, 3 minutes with an average power of 354. The others were all in the 3 minutes 7 to 3 minutes 11 range, all including 3 minute power of 332 to 348 watts. So job more or less done for Dr. Dave. As I say, the recovery comes on the flat at the top and then the descent, after which it's zone 3 until the foot of the hill and rinse and repeat. Well, that's another 5 times Swains under the belt. The Watt bike is still waiting for repair, so I figured it's a Sunday morning, rather than a Zwift race, I'll get in some more VO2 Max action. That's the first time I've done a 5 times Swains since my PB on the 2nd of October. Today's 7th of November. And as a tad slower, the traffic down the bottom end of the lane was pretty bad on pretty much every one of the ascents. So today it's about just over 27 minutes. Now on to the inner circle to take on a bit of sub-anaerobic threshold, i.e. 220 to 230 watts for about an hour. Camden here. Regent's Park was looking very fine indeed, so the cyclists were of course out in force. My legs felt good and I was sensing the opportunity to push the envelope a little bit for the hour of power on already fatigued legs. Note, the 27 minutes on Swains had required 228 watts average power due to the lack of power needed on the descent, But the normalised was 293 watts, which is seriously high for me.
Well, I just finished the hour of power. I went a little bit harder than anticipated. Sorry, Dr. Dave. 247 watts, i.e. zone 3. Like I say, the anaerobic threshold is around 225 to 235 watts. But legs are feeling decent, so I thought I'd have a crack at it. And just about held the power to the end there. It is really good to be alive on these beautiful autumn mornings. They are so uplifting. Well, I find them uplifting anyway. A little bit cold, but uplifting. I'm in hot pursuit of something funny. Check this out. It's blue and cuddly. That's the Cookie Monster's carriage.
And now it's time for some little adventures in the beautiful metropolis on the way to the Café du Cyclist prize draw.
Oh dear, the first of the Christmas decorations. Look at the size of the lights in this. Hare Krishna. Turns out they weren't the first Christmas decorations. Here we go. The big ones are up.
Combined, the 5 swains, 10 minutes of filming, obviously stopped, and 20 minutes of transition to regions, plus the hour of power, was all done in 1 hour 57 minutes, covering 53 kilometres, 500 metres of ascending, an average power of 209 watts, normalised 254, demonstrating this was a tough old training.
London never disappoints in the autumn. Always incredible. A big London peloton coming. Guided tour. Sir Christopher Wren's finest. Bank of England. This is the old city where all the old boys in the bowler hats used to do their business. It's moved east now. Just going past my favourite Italian, Canto Corvino. Really, really good. There we go. En route to one of my favourite shops.
Now, I like to think I'm always thinking ahead, and whilst I don't yet know who won the Café du Cyclist prize draw from the video, which is fastest, an ascent up Alpe d'Huez in real life, or one in our favourite virtual environment, it's such an uplifting day. I mean, look at it. Beautiful, beautiful day that we're going to put the name of the winner up on the screen right now. Well, congratulations, and I very much hope you enjoy spending the £200 voucher in store or online. The autumn-winter collection is sensational. I'm here because I need a new pair of gloves. And just like that, I'm back outside, only now with beautiful warm hands. Look at that.